Okay, I just accidentally left the custom game. I don't even know how I managed to do that. Okay, we'll get everybody back in here. Hey, Mad Max. Hey, we must end us. How you guys doing today? Hey, Swifty. How you boys doing? We got a great game today between DBX and Maiden. Yes! Came in clutch. Let's get that written down real quick. Runners. Welcome, everybody. Fooey, Swifty, Seaborda. Okay, I'm gonna start the Discord call real quick. Just getting everybody in here from both teams. $14 people in here. What's going on, guys?
It will not be a solo cast, Fooey. I'm just being very, very silent. This is Diamond. Hello.
Just getting one more guy in from Maiden here. Welcome to everybody in chat. I am DuckGuy19 with my host Diamondback, and the final player from Maiden has finally joined.
Nice. Let's get ready to get this going on. This is going to be a really, really good matchup. Obviously, both of these teams at the top-ish of the standings, we got DBX sitting at a hot 5-0-2, and Maiden at a 4-0-3.
Alright, have you muted your mic on the Discord call?
Yes.
No, you haven't.
I've not. Now I have. Now I have. I thought I was muted when it started. It's all good.
And turn off your screen. It's like just getting one more guy readied up here from Maiden. Everybody looks like they're doing a little dance on the screen as we're gonna start the game.
Let's go ahead and get into it. Now,
Maiden.
Clubhouse, definitely a map that certain sites a little bit more difficult to attack, and there are some sites that are just basically wide open. Obviously, that bar stock. If you choose that on defense, you are wishing for death. Wishing for death. But the other side's definitely a little bit more defender-sided. We have a Blitz ban right off the bat. Blitz, really strong operator in Clubhouse, especially down in that basement where he can get into tight corridors. And a Maverick ban, pretty standard. Really, really standard opening setup from both teams. Blitz, a strong operator. Maverick, really good for opening that jacuzzi wall. It's pretty par for the course, I would say so far. And a
also
dock
very interesting.
ban.
Both hard breaches available now.
Both hard breaches available, definitely. The dock ban. I don't want to say questionable. It's a strategy, but I don't understand it.
You think maybe that has to do with some counter stratting going on from the Maiden?
It definitely seems like a target ban coming out. Because I don't know why you'd take away the Maestro and not the Echo or the Kaid. The Kaid obviously so strong with defending those hatches for the basement, and the Echo just strong in post plant, really hard to find in the upstairs. And it definitely looks like we are going to see a Ying on the attack and an Echo on the defense. So right away, the Maestro's gone, going straight to that Echo from Deathstroke, and Imdridge bringing that Ying. Definitely two operators that we're going to probably have to focus on throughout the entire map. And the 6th pick from the IQ back to the Ashe. Let's see if she's using the R4C or the G36. G36. A lot of Ashe mains been switching off to that G36 just to use the ACOG again. Some still opting for that R4C. The R4C, probably one of the best primary weapons in the game.
Yeah. A lot of different people been using different weapons. Looks like Forrest is going to be opting to use this Ashe.
Yeah. And he is going to take the R4C with it. Is going to take the R4C.
Device placed. Device placed. All is done.
So our first defense is going to be cache CCTV. Now the Echo is going to be the main key operator here on defense, as well as a secondary key operator of the Bandit. So the Bandit can bandit trick that outside wall, keep the defenders out, and just keep them funneled through the red stairs, through cache, or through the garage. They open up that 4th direction. It's going to be really hard for the defense to take those angles. But the Echo, it will also be very, very crucial in the post plant. Obviously, we all know about the Yokai hitting them with the drunk gun, getting them out, and the Thatcher and the Thermite looking to go straight to the
Ashe in an opening gunfight with the Bandit here. Very close call. But looks like the Bandit's going to retreat off. Looks like he's going to the main stairs. The Ashe pushing in with the drones ahead of her, droning inside a bar. If they haven't droned the main stairs, this could be fatal for the Ashe. Stun. I think it is first kill of the round. First kill of the game. Ashe with the 3 fires. Tosada not picking it though. The Ashe taking some damage. Actually downs the Jaeger. Running for the kill. Gets the kill on the Jaeger. kill the round.
And that's a big
an
pick to
opening
open up.
advantage.
That's a big pick to open up. Clearing out one of those roamers so fast into the round. Oh, and the refrag from the bandit, though. And the bandit coming right back. Some strong roaming coming out from the defense currently.
Yeah. Tostada looks like he threw a C4 there. I'm pretty sure that was his C4. But not electing to blow it up immediately. Pretty interesting choice. He's going back upstairs on his roam still. Looks like the rest of the attackers are choosing to push maybe by this main wall side. I'm not sure what Mavitz is doing over here. Has used one of his exothermic charges and maybe going for the construction wall. Interesting is his team has not chosen to clear the rest of like this gym bedroom area where Tostada is still roaming. They have opened up the main CCTV wall though.
Definitely kind of at a stalemate. The round's starting to slow down over the past minute. Both teams just kind of feeling each other out after the opening picks. Looking like the Yokais are going to be moved a little bit closer to home. Oh, going back down to that red stairs. You can't come up there when that Yokai is there.
Thermite outside getting marks from this Echo Drone on Deathstroke. A great Echo Drone, and they also don't know what's here. Attach, getting a kill. His first kill in the round. Is from the castle. It looks like the Thermite and the Ying. Going for a push here, actually. You're going to be pushing into the site. Player from inside garage shooting at people. Deathstroke getting a kill. Bordass getting the refrag. Mavitz getting another kill. Now it's a 2v2 situation. The Nomad taking a lot of damage, and that's Deathstroke getting a kill. Mavitz down a 1v2 situation. Gets one under Deathstroke. Now it's a 1v1 situation with the Bandit of Tostada. He will have to clutch here. Mavitz has to push with 13 seconds remaining. A lot of pre-fires going out and marks from his teammates. Bandit playing, holding this angle very tightly. Thermite pushing in, not finding the kill though as Tostada gets the kill onto Mavitz. And the first round goes for DBX.
And a very crucial mistake for Miracle. They had the diffuser with the Ying. And the Ying runs in and dies with the diffuser on the site. No chance for a plant. I don't want to say a massive mistake, not a round losing mistake, but a mistake nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely. I think put that diffuser in the hands of the Thermite makes it a lot easier for them in that situation.
Definitely, and the Ying can just throw all the Candelas into cash, and you plant with the Thermite, and then it's probably a one round because you cover from the balcony. Maybe a little bit of a misplay coming out from Miracle, maybe some nerves, maybe some rustiness, who knows.
Maiden? Miracle's not playing. Diamondback?
Yes?
Miracle's not playing. It's Maiden.
Did I say Miracle? My fault.
Yeah.
I thought I said Maiden. So we are going to head to the basement. Are going to not bring the Kaid, opting probably for some impact tricking off of the Legion and the Smoke. Smoke probably bringing the shotgun to set up, and we have a early use of the impact, so they may be giving up those hatches a little bit early. Definitely a questionable strategy to not bring the Kaid here. Kaid's so strong with that hatch gameplay, but a strong roaming can make up for not having it.
Pulse going for his spawn. Shaking the attackers, also getting droned out, taking out some of these shots. These attackers going to be much more aware of him. He burned about a couple extra seconds that would normally not have been burned. So a good job from the Bandit. Looks like another spawn peek coming out from the window. Looks like that was, not sure actually. Thought it was the Bandit originally, but possibly attached on the Jaeger. Or maybe this Pulse again, Tostada, as the two players now choosing to roam together upstairs.
Yeah, and again, the spawn peaks coming out, just wasting a little bit of that time. Wasting time. Those roamers are going to be so crucial for this hold, especially without the Kaid. as it looks like the smoke is going to push into the tunnel to hopefully try and stop that push, but the exothermic charge from the thermite going to go down anyways, and now we have another avenue into the basement open.
Yeah, the thermite blowing up that hole. Looks like he's going to be joining for his teammates right now. The Nomad pushing into bar, setting up some air jobs for the flank. Ash getting into a gunfight. Not sure who that was with. Possibly the Bandit, or maybe even the Pulse of Tostada playing inside a garage. He doesn't know where this Ash is now, and the Ash is about to get the drop on him from above. She backs away, though, as she would have had the free kill there onto Tostada, as he now goes into dodge.
And definitely a little bit of a misplay here, but all the same, playing it safe, playing it calm, cool, and collected. You still have the round to work with. No need to press your luck right now. Stay close, play together.
Forrest getting a kill onto the Jaeger. Puts it in a 5v4 situation easy. He's gotten the second opening kill in a round. This time not getting her immediately refragged, however. So now it stays a 5v4 situation, and there's still a minute left in the round.
But the Jaeger's still wasting a whole 2 minutes of time as the Ash is upstairs and will have to make her way all the way downstairs. Thermite has the hatch open, throwing some flashbangs in, checking for those ADSs, and they are not there underneath. And the Pulse coming down to the red stairs, potentially about to get this flank.
Oh, the Nomad charge, however, that was preset. There's a C4 out preemptively. Does not get the kill, but lights up a player. Sees the Thatcher, misses his shots, however. The Thatcher gets the kill, and Introvert gets another one. It's a 3v3 situation. Deathstroke gets one more, as the Nomad is pushing from main stairs and the Thatcher from the hatch. The Smoke, however, has the Diffuser trapped inside of Dirt Tunnel. Not sure who that was. Maybe it was the Thermite trying to push that.
And the Smoke just lurking in the Dirt Tunnel might have won the round. They need to go. You need to push for it.
Player dropping down, gets killed by Crisis. The player in the main lobby, though, gets the kill. It's the Nomad, but he dies. The Legion Mine in the second round for DBX.
And the DBX taking that round without the use of the Kaid, something that could add into their arsenal later. A huge play from the Smoke, catching the Diffuser off of the Thermite in that Dirt Tunnel and stopping that attack where it began. A solid defense coming out from DBX early. And now we will see the Montaigne coming out from Maiden. The giant, unkillable drone. The Titan. The Mountain. It's happening. Obviously not too thrilled with that latest push, but man, with the Monty, they could be able to get something really big here, as we will go back up to the gym and bedroom, and it looks like we will have the Bandit for that jacuzzi wall and the castle for those outside windows. This is looking to be another strong defense, especially with the Smoke pick. I really like the Smoke on this site, just able to cover so much ground with those grenades, wasting 10 seconds of the attacker's side apiece.
Into the Forest. The player is switching off from the Ash in the previous 2 rounds to the Montaigne now. Maybe do you think it's a personal choice from him, or maybe like the team is deciding to take him off this role and get his teammates onto that?
If it is a team role, I don't see it being a personal choice. The Ash has done her job in entering up and clearing out some of the roamers. This may be a strategic choice, because in the end, it's not the fragging power of Maiden that is the issue here. It is the ability to get the Diffuser onto the site and get the Diffuser in their right hands. They lost that first round by having the Diffuser in the hands of the Yang instead of the Thermite, not being able to get that plant down. And it's just Diffuser play at this point. Maiden should not be really worrying right now. They still have, and they're playing well. It's just those small little errors. The small little errors that can stack up in a game like Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah. Going to the gym bedroom side this time, some interesting castle barricades, choosing to forfeit logistics control. Like here, we're gonna have this battle between the Thermite and the Bandit to try and see who can get the wall.
And that jacuzzi wall is so important for this gym bedroom defense. It's all about angles up here in the clubhouse.
Some Flash is going out to try and blind the bandit, though. He's not blinded, but it does look like he might be getting the wrong wall, as the thermite is going off on the other wall. The Jacuzzi wall has been opened successfully from the attackers. The bandit now playing close on this wall might be getting aggressive, peeking on this.
And I really like the support duo of Maiden right now, getting that Jacuzzi wall open within a minute. That's a big strategic win for them early in this round.
Oh, and the bandit making away with his life, 50% of it, but still his life is remains. The attackers now do have access to bathroom as a death grenade on that. Forrest getting a kill downstairs though onto Tostada. Another opening kill from Forrest. He has gotten all 3 of the opening kills.
And the Montaigne coming in through CCTV, almost undoubtedly about to push his way through Cash and put some pressure on the other side of the site.
Yeah, Justin, maybe looking for these angles from below, see if anybody's playing near the bomb. Trying to use this hatch that the defender's open to rotate, trying to use it against them. Looks like Forrest might be pushing alone. It does look like the Sophia is with him, but now the Sophia is rotated off. It's Montaigne in a fight possibly, and Expert gets his 2nd kill of the round. Now it's the Smoke, Bandit, and Castle. They're in a 2v5 now, and Maiden is looking good to take their first round.
And it's the
Forrest gets
Montaigne.
1 kill, but Crisis gets a retake.
Montaigne pressure. The Montaigne pressure is the difference in this round, as the Smoke is going to be put in a corner and shut down the pressure from the red stairs to the Montaigne and getting that Jacuzzi wall up open early. A great strategic round from Maiden, a great execute onto the site.
Yeah, great first round from Maiden. Definitely switching Forrest off from the Ash to the Montaigne was a great choice, I think, in my opinion.
Definitely. And the Montaigne just able to soak up so much of that damage and give your team so much information. I mean, you refer to him as the giant unkillable drone. When he extends that shield, he sends those pings out and everyone knows where you are. Clean calls, clean execution. And we are going to have a 6th pick from the Ying onto the IQ. Maybe a little bit of a different play here, especially now that the Echo has coming out. Probably wanting to deal with those yokais, as we will go back to CCTV and Cash on the defense. The Echo probably being brought out to deal with that Montaigne. Now, those concussive blasts will not knock down that shield, but they will disorient the Montaigne and help with the flanks.
It does actually knock down the shield so that he's in it's not fully extended, however. So
yes.
the shoulders are exposed,
Correct.
and the feet are exposed. And a very good player can take out those feet if he lands his shots correctly.
Definitely. Just tap, 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 tap away at the little feet. No jackals here, though, so we will not get the full feedies for all of the sweeties.
I wonder if Crisis will be in this bandit trick battle again with the thermite, losing it the first time. Let's see if he can win this the 2nd time.
And the bandit's going to be so crucial in that again. CCTV is just, you need that outside control if you're the attackers to not have to funnel in through the garage or up the red stairs.
Bandit just on the cams for this time.
The red dot, is that the red dot site on the bearing 9 from the Echo?
Looks like the on the bandit.
On the
I
bandit
believe
too.
the bearing 9 had the. Oh yeah, it is.
He does have the red dot sight. Maybe a bit of a pocket pick. I don't know. I'm a reflex guy myself. I'm not that great at the game, but man, that reflex gives me a lot of area to look on the side and helps me out with flick shooting.
Yeah, I definitely I like the reflex a lot. A couple guns I use the holographic on, but Justin getting the first kill of the round though. Not Forrest this time, but he's assisted by Forrest, and they're roam clear together. It's the Jaeger. This is the 5th round in a row that Maiden have gotten the opening kill.
And can you
DBX
can you imagine a more terrifying roam clear than a Nomad and a Montaigne coming at you? The giant wall followed by the thing that just whips you up in the air, and we're at a 4-2 with the Montaigne down, but still alive. A huge win as all of the roamers have been cleared out, and we're down to just the castle and the echo for the DBX defense.
Yeah, one of the attackers punching open that castle barricade that belongs to Garage. The Montaigne pushing into Garage, and Attach gets the free kill onto the Montaigne as he was not paying attention. This attacker now will look to get the refrag. A lot of damage put onto the Thatcher is Attach. His crouch spam and lead spam will not get the kill, but put Expert onto about 5 HP. Madrid hopping into site will have to get aggressive on this Echo here. The pre-fires put him at around 75 HP, 45 seconds left in the round. The Castle's now playing inside a garage. Madrid with the pre-fire, now it's all up to the Echo in this 1v3 situation. We'll peek on the bomb. Attackers pushing him. It's down onto 1. Now it's a 1v2 situation, 30 seconds left. Bomb is not gone down yet, and he has both of his Echo drones. He is hit by a Nomad charge, and these attackers might push him.
And that's going to give away his position.
Yes. He might try and go onto his Echo drones to deny this plant, but it looks like both of his Echo drones were taken out by Madrid, the IQ. The IQ putting in values, as he said earlier in the round. Echo choosing to push from the garage. Being very sneaky. Misses the stairs, however.
And he's running out of time. Lights up the Nomad, but running out of time.
And Justin gets the kill.
And he will
second round on the board.
Go down. And Maiden with the switch onto the Montaigne and employing the Nomad, one of the best flank defenders in the game for the attack. Man, it seems like that roam is just being cleared out so quickly. And if I'm DBX right now, and I'm sitting here staring down a Montaigne and a Nomad in roam clear with an IQ to help deal with the Echo drones, I'm not taking the Echo, and I'm playing a lot closer to sight. I'm stacking up some acres, I'm stacking up some ACOGs, probably trying to get those long angles, definitely taking some C4 for the Montaigne still. But I don't know if they can continue this roam heavy strat with the Bandit, the Pulse, and the Jaeger all playing all better operators off of the site. The Legion and the Smoke, the only operators that are traditionally played in that anchor role. Now, they can still switch up that strat, and it has worked when Maiden took the Blitz, but getting the C4 and the frag onto that Montaigne is an entirely different animal. It's just so difficult to get that thing around his shields and get him fully flanked, especially when he has a Nomad around him. Those air jabs just soaking up so many of the flank angles. It's hard to get that. The best way to do that, in my opinion, would be to bait the Nomad and the Montaigne into the bar and maybe try and sneak up behind him, but that's going to require some extreme communication and some extreme synergy between the roamers that they have not shown yet. But the Jaeger still playing below the site, has taken a little bit of damage, probably from an impact. Don't really know where that came from, but we'll see if they can pull it off onto that Montaigne.
Yeah, looks like this Jaeger playing upstairs again. I wonder if his counterpart, the Pulse Tostada, is playing inside of the garage again. This roam duo has not been doing much, as DBX has taken a first blood 4 times in a row. 3 times it was Forrest, 1 time and Justin. Forrest on this roam clear again. Justin droning out of him. Expert nearby if the Montaigne needs assistance. The Jaeger watching one angle to flank him, and Pulse playing inside a garage the other angle. These roamers are going to out of time.
And not a lot of HP left on the Jaeger to do it. Sitting there at about 50, maybe at 55, 54.
Looks like one player is actually inside of logistics. Not sure who that is. Looks like Madrid's the IQ holding the Jaegers rotate. Jaeger's in a very stuck position right now. Madrid, if he is patient and gets a teammate to pinch him or attempt to wallbang the Jaeger maybe from bathroom, this could be a very easy kill and a very quick roam clear.
And the Jaeger is going to be droned out. 1.5 minutes left on the clock as Madrid's looking for the shots, can't land them. Is taken down 20 HP by the Jaeger. The roam working out so much better in DBX's favor this time around. But the Montaigne coming in with the frag onto attach.
Yeah, again, first blood in favor of Maiden. Tostada still roaming upstairs, and the IQ is taken down to very low HP. Forrest trying to get these wall bangs here. Does see the pulse going for that C4, only taking about 25 damage. The pulse has chosen to drop, and it looks like he is rotating into stockroom. He's gonna have to maybe try and get a pick here if the attackers don't properly drone him out in time, and just have to waste a lot of time here. Actually, there's a lot of time with 40 seconds left. The attackers are having to start to make their push through blue, as we see the Montaigne and Madrid pushing here together. As there is still weary of that the one roamer. Justin pushing up with the Thatcher. That is expert. And,
but there's no
Justin
time
hitting
left on the
Legion.
clock. There's only 30 seconds left. The roamers did their job.
Smoke. Gonna use toxic fades out to try and kill this Montaigne. Getting a lot of damage onto the Montaigne, but he still survives. 50 HP. He's gonna be pushing these attackers into the site. The Legion though gets the kill. Vits. And a lot of kills going out. Now it's a 1v2 situation for Introvert. A player playing inside an army with him. Pushing up. That is the IQ. He downs the IQ. The last player will have to go for the defuse plant, but he does not. And Introvert with the 1v2 clutch. A great play from him.
And color me shocked, an Introvert hiding in a corner, moving away from people, but it's all he needed to do to win the round. He gets that down, and he gets that crucial frag. Can't get the diffuser down. A great defense.
Great plays coming out from DBX. Looks like Maiden has chosen to go with the same operators for the past 4 rounds in a row. Every single operator the same. But as I say that, a 6-pick happens to the Ying from the IQ, seeing that no Echo is in play anymore. Trying to go for a bit of fragging potential now.
But DBX also reads it. They're going to bring that Jaeger instead of the Caveira. And those ADSs can eat up so many of those Candelas.
Also bring Vigil coming out from attach here.
Definitely a different choice onto the Vigil. And the Ella as well. It seems like they're just going for pure fragging power. And why not? It's worked for them in the rounds that they've won. They thrive on getting the early picks. And even when they're down 4v5, when they get picked early, they've steered it back with just smart play.
Yeah, actually, DBX has gotten has lost the entry like every time. Whether it's Forrest has gotten 4 of the opening kills, while as Mavitz has gotten 1, I believe. No, Justin has gotten 1.
And an interesting hold onto the garage coming out.
Reaper is coming out from the Thatcher. Nearly misses him.
And getting that Thatcher pick would have been so huge, especially with the Bandit in play. And we've got 30 seconds into the round, still moving out slowly. Maiden just kind of feeling out DBX right now, seeing where everything is. The Montaigne moving into the bar with the Nomad, as has happened for the past couple of rounds. The Bandit doing the Bandit tricking things. And it looks like the Vigil will just retreat. Just retreat from the Montaigne, wasting his time. Good job just opening that hatch up. And the Montaigne will find the Ella. And it might be danger zone here from the Montaigne, as Ella does have a friend with him. Pings come out, and he's elected to back off, move back to the safety of the Nomad and the air jabs.
It's like one of these thermite charges was just Bandit tricked by Bandit. Not sure if Bandit has any more charges.
And he's got to pick up that battery and just place it back down.
And he does get the second thermite charge. Justin again getting the first kill. all 6 rounds that Maiden have been on attack, they have gotten the first kill, setting on those air jabs to cover his flank. And now Maiden's going to try and push from the garage. Looks like the castle is playing inside of the garage here. As Forrest goes for the ADS, missing his shots, but it finally gets to come on to Introvert. Now it's a 5v3 situation.
And man,
he's playing inside of garage, trying to get some damage onto the Maiden, but doesn't get any actually, I believe.
And is there anything more terrifying than trying to play that garage catwalk and seeing that Montaigne walking at you with his shield exposed, knowing that you could be shot from just about anywhere? They're in a great spot to push out of CCTV and be able to plant.
This is going for some quick peeks. Montaigne still pushing by garage. He has one friend with him. That friend might have rotated. Mavitz gets a kill. That is the Vigil dead downstairs. Oh, it's a 2v4 still. 20 seconds left. Bryce is getting very aggressive with these peeks, staying outside the window. Montaigne pushing into sight. Yella helps his teammate out. Before Forrest gets a kill though.
And the diffuser's down.
1v4, 1v3 now.
He just needs to hold out.
Does not get the kill onto the crouch spamming Madrid, however. And we go into the attacker defender side split with a 3-3 tie.
And a huge win for Maiden. A huge win for Maiden. Can't overstate how big that was with how defender-sided Clubhouse is. And with all of the operators like the Kaid, like the Echo, like the Bandit, still on the board for this defense. Not banned away. But it looks like they are opting to take... He's going to take the Ash, and looks like we have a Valkyrie coming out. Those cams going to be primed for runouts on that catwalk as we will head back to CCTV and Cash. It looks like we are opting for the Twitch and the Thatcher. The Twitch shock drone, very good, but her F2 even more powerful. And we do have a 6th pick from the Valkyrie to the Clash. The Clash may be Maiden's response to that Montaigne push, or not the response, but the equivalent of it. Clash, another operator that is just a big walking drone that can block so much, and also acting as pseudo second reinforcement on those outside walls. Something that you could honestly leave the Bandit at home for. It might be a little bit overkill in the hard breach denial here, but they're still going to get all of that down anyways, and a strong defense setup this lineup is.
We must end it. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but thank you for the tier 1 prime sub. We must end us. I'm gonna say it's that. Thank you for the tier 1 prime sub. It's like a little bit of trying to decide what's going on here between Madrid and the Legion, deciding what to barricade off and not. And the Legion's gonna be playing by this bedroom area.
And
a lot of fragging potential coming out from DBX.
Definitely. One thing that goes very underlooked when we talk about who the attackers bring is the strength of their primary weapons. Now, obviously, you have the Thermite, the 5.5 XI, or 5.56 XI, excuse me, being an underrated gun. Everyone knows about the high fire rate of the Twitch X2. Everyone knows about the R4C, the 5.52 Commando being strong as well, and the L85, another really good gun. These are all powerful guns with both up close and long range fragging potential. And it looks like the Clash is going to be playing that CCTV window, just trying to get some sight onto that catwalk and deny the catwalk presence from the attack.
George having a little bit of trouble with that drone. Mavitz still roaming over by bedroom area. Looks like an attacker is right next to him. Castle barricades, helping him ward off this attacker though. I believe that is the Ash of Tostada, making some punch holes to try and get this kill. Deletion. Playing inside a bathroom, pushing out into bedroom though. Doesn't look like he has noticed this punch hole. Maybe his controller batteries have just died or something. I don't know what he was doing there. Looks like a couple of attackers now are going to be pushing this bedroom area.
And it looks like it is going to be a take, but the catwalk being denied from the Clash will be huge. We'll need to see how that round plays out. Maybe the Clash can rotate into Cash or Construction to help out and give that CCTV wall up. We're just going to need to see how this plays out with 1 minute left. Still all the operators on the board for each team.
A lot of stuff going into trying to take out this Legion, and a lot of time being burnt as well, as there's only 50 seconds left in the round, and they still haven't killed this Legion. Free Fire's going out for some damage into the players. Still, drones coming out, 40 seconds left, and they still haven't killed this Legion. He's still just sitting inside a bathroom, still wasting time, still getting damage onto people.
And he pulls out the pistol, attempts to John Wick everyone, but will eventually go down. But a lot of time burned, a lot of ammo wasted, a lot of utility wasted on that Legion. And that's the diffuser. There goes the diffuser down in the construction site.
Of course, Worship on the flank does get felled eventually. Tostada going for some wall bangs as Crisis actually runs into a Claymore. 3 players inside the site now. Introvert getting the kill, and the last is the Clash. Tries to go for the 180. Introvert trying to get the kill, though. Going for the knife kill, but Merchant gets the kill on him. The attackers have to plant now, and Attach has completed that plant. The Ash steps up and gets killed. Now it's a 1v1 situation. Attach against the Thatcher. Attach. He's playing on the bomb angle. Off the top side. It's detected. The Thatcher going for the pre-fires. Gets a little bit of damage. They are both around 70 HP. The Clash will have to push this. Pushes in. Sees the Thatcher, refires the bomb angle, blocks the bullets with her shield, but Attach finally gets the kill. In the 4th round on the board for DBX.
And the fancy moves from the Clash, not enough to take home the retake in the 1v3. A valiant effort, to be sure, but I don't really know what happened there. I do know one thing, though. I like the defense's style of attempting to deny doorways. They are denying them with the castle, they are denying them with the Legion, they are denying them with the Clash. Traditional ways to push through and get onto the site are not being allowed from the defense, forcing some breaching charges to come out, forcing utility, most importantly, forcing sound. Now the defense, as those breaching charges comes out, everyone in the defense will know where the attackers are coming from. It's a strong strategy. I didn't really understand it at first. I was like, why are they taking a castle where they could just reinforce and take peeks, take angles? But they are wasting a ton of time. And if the Clash had have gotten like 1 more bullet, it would have worked. 1 more bullet was the difference between that hold, as we will go back to CCTV cache.
Clash, and also all the same operators coming out from Maiden this time.
And if it's not broke, you don't fix it. It was a good hold. They just needed 1 more bullet. The Bandit's going to set up for the Bandit tricking. The Clash is probably going to hold that outside window of cache to try and deny that catwalk. You can never turn your back on that Clash. She is there. She's a presence. She demands your attention at all times, which is the power of those shield operators. Forcing out utility, forcing out attention, just being annoying, being a little bit on your backside. It never stops, and they're going to have to do something about it with an early frag onto the Clash, or potentially a frag grenade, which is why the attackers have brought Sledge, which is why they have brought Buck. This is a change in strategy to deal with the Clash as they see it as the most powerful part of the defense, and rightly so.
Yeah, 2 operator changes have come out in the past 2 rounds. The Ash has switched off to a Sledge, and the Twitch switched to a Buck. Instead of going from 0 grenades, now 4 grenades. Even though they won that round, they want to guarantee that they can get rid of these players. A lot of soft destruction also coming out. Something they had a problem with in trying to take control of the Bedrock side. Very spread out from DBX right now.
Yes, but here it comes, and the Buck is going to shoot through that jacuzzi balcony, let the Thatcher through, and they are on, close to those red stairs in the gym. And here we go. That Buck, just with so much ammo in the skeleton key, able to rip through so much of those soft walls en route to the cache room. Now, this is a little bit of a change of strategy. As we mentioned before, they weren't able to do that without breaching charges in the last round. That buck is going to make this attack so much faster. And it looks like they already are faster by a minute. It took them until 30 seconds left to make it into construction. And now they could potentially have control of construction with a minute and a half to a minute left.
Drone deployed.
Yeah, some drones coming out. It looks like there are still maybe some players playing inside of construction. Expert playing outside of it in the same angle. Will he be able to kill this thermite on the same angle? No, it looks like he's going to back off this angle. And then the thermite, the buck actually opening up some of the walls. Tostada with free fire and Deathstroke with the team kill. Or before situation now.
And Deathstroke shows no mercy, whether you are friend or foe, taking out the teammate in route.
Coming out from Expert, gets the kill on the Crisis. Mavitz get another kill. Now it's a 1v4 situation for Attach. Maiden looking to put their 4th round on the board here. Almost gets the kill on Jaeger, puts him around 1 HP. 2 players at around 1 HP. Attach still at 60. He will have to go through 2 other nearly full health players. A hopping out attacker will get pre-fired. That is Mavitz dead. That's the Legion. 1v3 now. Only 12 seconds remaining. And a lot of defenders holding very tight angles. Expert gets the kill, and now it's a 4v4 tie.
And a good round, especially from the castle of Expert. He has taken down the diffuser twice in a row now. Huge plays coming out from him, and he was able to secure the final frag in that round.
Yes, looks like the defenders are going to be going downstairs this time, switching it up as they can't go to CCTV anymore.
And that basement site, church and arsenal room, so hard to attack into. And it looks like we are going to see the Caveira come out. Will we see the 6th pick?
No, it looks like the 6th pick to a Kaid, which we were talking about earlier.
And Kaid, such a strong operator on that church arsenal in the basement. Going to be able to deny those hard breachers from breaching the reinforced hatches, both with the electro claws and with the impacts if he does so choose to bring him. The Echo coming out too, as well as the Legion. There are going to be a lot of ways to be ambushed in this, as well as the defenders are going to bring the Caveira, they're going to bring the Vigil. The attack is going to have to watch their backs on every single flank, as they're not going to know what's around the corner. Is it a Yokai? Is it the Illusion of Imdridge? Is it going to be the Vigil swooping in out of nowhere, speeding in with that C75 or the K1A? No one really knows. You don't expect it, and you can't expect what you don't expect, as my father in all his wisdom has to say.
A lot of roaming emphasis putting on this round. A lot of roaming emphasis has been put in the rounds before. Just this time, a lot of operators being brought so for that. Forrest, the Vigil, known so popular because he cannot get droned out if he has his ability on. Also, the Caveira, with her silent step, making nearly no sound running around the map. On the attackers, however, you have the Vigil, Attach. He's going to be able to get those footprints, and they basically know where these defenders are at all times. And also Tostada switching back from his Sledge to his Ash this time, now with the better gun, the R4C, and that entry fragging power and this very small hitbox.
And I like the switch onto the Jackal. Jackal, a really strong operator. If you are a reader of Siege Academy on Reddit like I am, you know that Jackal can essentially clear so much faster simply by knowing if the defenders have been there or not. Now, obviously, the silent step of the Caveira will not show, the footsteps will not show up for that Inox tracker. But the duel between these two, the strongest traditional roam clear operator and 2 of the strongest pure roamers in the game, will likely decide the match. How quickly can the Jackal clear the roamer? Or can he?
Quickly, can someone clip that in chat? That smiley face that was made on the wall. Can we get a clip of that for next week's Not So Top 10?
A nice little present.
Sada actually being downed. Introvert gets the team kill, however, before the interrogation was come out. Worth a very good team kill. A lot of punch holes in the wall.
Definitely worth it for that Caveira. You do not want to give up your location. And as they do say, snitches get stitches.
Vigil playing at the top of garage. His ability on, so he's not able to get droned out. The pre-fire coming out from Deathstroke. And will we see an interrogation? No, Madrid chooses just to finish him. Will he get a third shotgun kill? No, he won't. He gets killed by the sledge.
And the sledge
is killing. Now it's a 4v3.
And the sledge finally taking out that Caveira, but the damage is already done. 2 operators down. The drone clear. Not there.
Reloading! However, finally taken out as the last 2 players are playing inside the site. Deathstroke getting a pre-fire kill on the Mavits. That's a 2v2 situation. Also Echo droned right now, so he's going to be in a world of hurt. 2v2, the SAS duo versus the Echo and the Kaid.
And the Kaid opting not for the massive Anton Chigurh-esque suppressed shotgun. Oh, and the Echo goes down. They're gonna pull it off. Maybe. Oh, the refrag from the Kaid with the AUG A3. And now we're in a 1v1.
Deathstroke planting the diffuser right now. Will Justin choose to push up? He does. Hearing the sound, Thatcher does not fall off the plant, but he does just in time! And Deathstroke gets the kill, putting the 5th round on the board in favor of DBX.
And a monster play from Deathstroke on the Thatcher. And the sledge in the 2v4. Absolutely deleting the Caveira around the corner and moving on to crushing the rest of the defenders. That L85, such a strong primary weapon, definitely a top 5 primary weapon, but a good attack, and way to go for DBX to stay calm in that situation. Most people would panic, maybe spray a few bullets, press things, or maybe take it a little bit too slow. DBX did not. They pushed in, they did exactly what they would have done if it was a 4v4, and an excellent play that could end up securing them this game. We will head back down to the church arsenal room. The Hibana will come out to help out with those hatches more. The Thatcher is out, the Kaid is out, but for both teams, no real reason to switch. We are going to see the Twitch come out. That F2 will be really strong and potentially dealing with some of those pesky Echo drones. I personally would have taken the IQ, though. That feels like the stronger pick on the against those Echo drones.
Yeah, decent amount of changes coming out. A sledge to a Twitch, a thermite instead now for Hibana, an acid jackal, and the jackal to the Twitch. So a lot of role changes coming out from DBX. The roam clear not really working out in their favor. The round overall did go in their favor, but the roam clear, such a big part of the round, did not go in their favor as they came out of that 2v4 situation.
Razor wire is deployed.
Definitely. The 2v4, such a massive play. Looks like the Jaeger is going to stay upstairs a little bit, probably deny some of them off of those hatches. A really late reinforcement onto that hatch. Quicker, man.
Ridge. And with Forest. Instead Forest, this time instead of on the Vigil, on the Jaeger. The attackers will be pressuring him quickly from every angle.
And the Caveira still implies that the attackers are never really safe if they go to hard breach those hatches. They have to get the Caveira and the Jaeger out of play if they want to get those hatches open quickly.
Yes, the Jackal Tostada doing this roam clear from above. Looks like the Jaeger is playing on the top of the metal stairs. And the Cav is right next to the Thatcher. That is the Thatcher dead. This Kaid make it so hard now to open up the hatches. And Forrest gets another kill. That is 2 players dead. And again, the roam game from Maiden, putting them in a significant advantage in this round.
And that is the Twitch and the Thatcher down. Say goodbye to any hope of breaching those hatches with the Hibana. You're not going to be able to knock those Electro Claws off.
Looks like some Jackal shots going out onto the defenders. Some possible wall bangs from Introvert, but the player has rotated into Garage. The Caveira still sitting in her spot, but this the attacker, the sledge of Introvert, rotating off. Looks like they were just going to try and go for the main stairs.
And the Caveira just doing so much damage to this attack. And like we said earlier, just having to watch your back the entire time. And the Legion coming out with a strong frag on to the Jackal. The Hibana looking to breach the bar hatch. Still a chance if they can get that open. Definitely not out yet, but not looking too good for the attack.
A lot of damage going out from both players here. The Cav at much lower HP though, and Crisis gets the finisher. The sledge is downed upstairs, but it doesn't look like the Jaeger knows he downed the sledge. Let's see the body now. And it looks like he's going for the finisher. He put it into a 1v4 situation with just the Habana from Crisis. With around 30 HP left. He's a player on main stairs. Does not hit the shots though.
Following that trail of blood like Michael Myers in the Habana, the last operator alive with a sliver of HP. It's looking dire.
Jaeger looking to get the final kill to end the round. Just holding the angle. Now getting aggressive to try and get this Habana. Looks like she is saving her KD at the moment. Saving that collective KD, as we like to joke around. And the 5th round on the board for Maiden at the hands of Forrest. I'm going 13-8. Great playing from his team. On the side of DBX, though, we have a lot of kills that are mostly spread out. What do you think about that?
I think it's good. I think it's a little bit, not necessarily troubling that Forrest has a lot of kills. He's definitely on that roam. He's doing his job. But my MVP so far is Imdridge on the Caveira. That is impact frags. Impact. He has made such a impression on the offense. Those past 2 rounds, cutting them down into size before finally getting taken out. He's been everywhere. Just haunting like a specter. But he is going to have to go back on that clash, as we will head back into the CCTV room and cash. And the exact same setup coming out. Now, will they pick the buck? The Jackal be able to take a secondary shotgun, able to burst through some of that soft destruction, and the Decabi coming out for the attack as well. Definitely able to give them a little bit more information, a little bit more strategical up, maybe some wall bangs coming through some of those soft walls this round. There's definitely the potential. We'll have to see how it turns out, as it's looking like a very similar setup for the defense as the last few times they have been on CCTV cash. That garage hold, reinforcements coming out, definitely unique, but hey man, it's not broke. Don't fix it.
Now, one thing we might want to notice, brought to you by our wonderful stats team working in the collective, if we look at round 7 and round 8 compared to round 11 right now, the defense went to CCTV both those times, and they have bought the exact same operators every time with all the same people playing it.
And it's a good strategy. They have had success with this, and even when they have failed, it's been in a 1v1 situation with slivers of health left.
I think Maiden, one thing they might want to consider is maybe putting some reinforcements over there, such as maybe reinforcing the bathroom walls. I know they're, like, maybe instead of reinforcing the garage, maybe reinforce those bathroom walls. That would keep Mavitz, the Legion, playing here in a much more safer spot.
And it looks like they are trying to attempt to funnel DBX through the garage and through the walls upstairs, maybe through the gym, through the bedroom, that other bomb site that has not been taken so far by Maiden.
And this clash getting a lot of damage onto Tostada. He is now around 75 HP.
And Tostada will back off of that. The clash, the catwalk.
Thermite of Crisis. Calling for a stature maybe, to allow him to be able to open up this wall.
And getting that wall open.
Thank you for the 10 bits. The 12 bits, sorry. Thank you, Prosperity. Much appreciated.
Time to make a new deal.
And it looks like the exothermic charge will go down on that balcony reinforced wall. No bandit there to trick that away.
Changing bags.
Blitz this time, creating a rotate hole for himself. I'm not sure if I like this play from him.
He definitely seemed a little bit better when he was trapped. Oh, with the wall bang! What a shot!
What a shot coming out there. Tostada on the sledge. Let's get a very quick refrag though onto the bandit. That's the bandit dead. Now in 4v4 situation. A minute left, and the Legion still playing by this bedroom area, I believe. He's actually playing inside of construction. Bring some goo needles down. Is Jacko checked, so he is forced to rotate from his spot. Gets the drone and a bit of utility taken off from the attackers. A lot of time wasted.
And I love that they take the Legion here. That is so much time wasted, as you said. And also, he still gets to add value with those goo needles that can just keep on coming out.
Tostada gets a kill onto Forrest. It is the Jaeger dead, I believe. Thermite opening the wall. And the Legion actually taking a lot of damage from that exothermic charge. The Thatcher downing him through the wall. Now it's a 2v4 situation for Madrid and Expert. Expert gets the first kill of the round, gets refragged quickly by Crisis. Now, Clash, again, we'll have to try and clutch. This 1v3. Crisis and Tostada gets their final kills, and DBX has guaranteed themselves 1 point at least in this great game.
And man, that final fight onto that Clash, it's like a bunch of guys just stuffed bars of soap in tube socks and started beating her with it. Man, what a powerful push. And that is what DBX does so well. When they smell blood in the water, they immediately push and press their advantage onto anything remotely possible. And that Clash, while a strong operator in a fair matchup, not exactly what you want in a 1v multiple situation, as they can just, as we said, beat them down in a corner. Nice attack from DBX, even through the nasty wallbang that came out from Maiden and the Legion. And the exact same site and the exact same lineup. And I've got to say, oh, a 6-pick coming out onto the Pulse, and I was about to say, maybe it is time to switch it up, as they did lose that round a little bit more significantly than they had lost the Clash rounds in the past. Maybe it is time to try something else, and it looks like the Pulse will come out. We're probably not going to see those same garage reinforcements, and they will probably try something a little bit more standard on the CCTV cash defense.
Do you think that Maiden are going to go for those same castle barricades, however, trying to defend the bathroom area?
I don't think so. So if they leave the... Oh, it looks like the castle is going to reinforce that garage. So if they reinforce the garage, they're going to have to put some of those castle barricades down in construction, in the bedroom, in gym, to block out and force some more of that soft destruction out. But if they are hard reinforced, the castle can then move those castle barricades to the catwalk windows. And the catwalk windows, as we all know, for attacking this site, are probably the most important things to control. If you control the catwalk, you control so many angles onto the site. I'm a little bit confused as to why, without the Clash, they are not going to try vie for that intense catwalk control with the castle barricades. Maybe because they know they're taking a sledge, maybe something different. We'll see how this strategy turns out.
This Legion again roaming in this area. Justin again trying to bandit trick this wall, and a lot of deja vu coming out. 4 out of the 6 rounds where DBX has been attacking the same thing happening over and over again. 2 rounds the attackers have taken from it, 1 round the defenders have taken.
And it's definitely a little bit strange, that Pulse all the way down in the basement and the Jaeger in the garage trying to get that pixel peek onto the CCTV window.
So Mavitz playing a little bit differently than before. The Nomad pushing up the main stairs. Might not expect him here, as Mavitz has been in a different spot every time. Drone's coming up though to support him.
Mavitz having a great game on this Legion as he lands the headshot. Chunks the goo, attempts the wall bang through that jacuzzi wall. He's having a phenomenal game, wasting so much time hitting those crucial frags. The T5 SMG, such a strong gun.
Yeah, started getting a kill. Maybe that was the castle trying to play aggressive somewhere, maybe opting for a run out. A great angle established by Tostada here. It looks like the Legion might be choosing to forfeit this position.
He's still playing inside of construction, and it does look like the attack have gained the catwalk control. that they need to take. It's a 4v4, but a crucial mistake. Did he fall?
Reloading! Cover me!
Yes, he did fall, I believe. That is the
Oh.
spot normally where that happens.
Oh no! That's huge!
Well started though. Getting a kill off of it after being revived. Experiment. Also opening up the wall, I believe that is into logistics.
Why, yes, it is. And logistics control not necessarily huge. They'll need to push into the bedroom before they can get a real good angle to take onto the cash.
Ying.
But
a
they
lot of fires going out.
But they still have that Ying. They still have the Candelas, but the Ying is going to go down to the Pulse below.
Pulse, however, in a 1v3, he will be able to C4 this planter. The plant
And
will
there
not
it-
go down in time. And Madrid
What a
with the
play,
C4
double
kill
kill.
gets 2. He gets the tying point for his team.
What a play! What a phenomenal post play! What a just get the 2 kills at the perfect timing. Saw it right when he should have. That is exactly how you play Pulse. A clinic put on by Maiden.
That is the 6-6 draw coming out between Maiden and DBX. We're going to get both teams' IGLs in here for an interview. As soon as I can get this correct. Not sure who we're getting in here for the interview. We'll do DBX first. Let's see, who is it supposed to be?
I agree, chat. Let's go with a double interview. Hell in a Cell. Let's get some screaming in this.
It is going to
Mics
be, we're
all
going
the
to
way
be
in the
both
cheeks.
interviews. But not at the same time. Who is your bot? Introvert. So it looks like we will be getting Introvert in here for an interview from DBX. Rogue in chat, you want some screaming. Welcome, Introvert.
Hey, how you doing,
You
guys?
have your audio included.
Yeah, it's included.
GG's to you guys and to Maiden.
Yeah, GG's Maiden, they played a very well game. Very good game. Shout out to them.
Something we realized when you guys were on the attack, actually, the first round you guys were on the attack, second round, and the 5th round, and very close in the second round, the defenders ran the same exact operators every time. The only difference in the 6th round was instead of a clash, I'm not sure who it was, but they did 6-pick off the clash. They 6-picked off to a pulse instead. How did that affect you guys and like the calls? And did you notice anything like that was going on?
No, we noticed. We noticed that there was a pulse, so our main objective was to kill him first, get him out of the game, and we assumed he would be roaming downstairs. But what we figured is, well, what I think happened is he stayed in the objective until the last minute, then pushed out once we thought it was all clear, and that's how I was able to get that C4 at the end of the round. Just really caught us off guard, which was a really good play on him as well. Just staying alive till the last and then getting the plant denial.
Yeah, great game, great plays. We were a bit interested. They finally decided to switch it up, and it was actually that clutch C4 coming out at the final second that got the final win in the round for their guys. Were there any like calls going on, like trying to frantically kill this pulse so that the C4 didn't go off to win them that round?
Yeah, as soon as I dropped and they died, I noticed the pulse was down there, so I said he's going to try to get you guys from below. So one of us was going to try to rotate down from metal stairs, but it was too late. By that time happened, he was able to blow up the C4 and ended the round there.
I want to know what changes y'all made to deal with the clash that Maiden was bringing for the balcony control.
Uh, well, what our IGL tells us, which is again shout out to Monkey, wish he could have been here. He tells us to not be afraid of a clash. He tells us to get close and just punch her in the shield and try to take her down. So what we try to do is try to get everybody around her taken out of the place so it's just her and get her all by herself. Push her slowly and shoot, just punch her in the shield and get her legs.
Yeah, another round I want to talk about, I believe it was either the 7th or the 8th round. You guys were on attack, and there was 35 seconds left, and you guys had just taken out the Jaeger, and you guys managed to get the flush out onto the site and kill all the players. Do you want to give us like an idea of what was going on then?
Yeah, it was definitely a little frustrating and a little nerve-wracking that it took us so long to flesh out these roamers. They are great roamers. They were always running from us. We had trouble tracking them down, but once we knew that they were out of there, they were out of the gameplay, we knew that we had to get down and try to at least get the plant down or at least go for the frags.
Yeah, GG's to you guys. You can have your 30 seconds to shout out anyone you would like now.
Yeah, well, I wanted to shout out Maiden. They really gave out a good fight. Really came here to show what they're made of. And I wanted to shout out our IGO Monkey. Wish he could have been here again. He's the one who teaches us all of these strats. Make sure we're on our game. Also, if you guys haven't checked out the DBX YouTube channel, it's DBX Clan. And yeah, that's it.
Alright, thanks, GG's to you guys. I believe now we're going to get the IGL from Maiden in here. Malik, gonna get him in here for a post-game interview. Is it Madrid 7? I believe that is.
Yeah.
You can.
Apex Bay, don't be big sad for Duck. I'm gold 4, so be big sad for me instead.
I haven't played ranked that much.
Me either.
Yo.
Hello, Madrid. Make sure you
What's up,
include
man?
your audio.
I sure did.
Okay. GG's to you guys. Great game.
Appreciate it.
Coming out from you guys. A 6-6 draw. Putting you guys 1 point above in the three-way tie for 12 points currently. How'd you feel that game?
A little bummed out, I guess, because we were just trying to make a final playoff push, and then we needed that win. So a draw doesn't hurt us as much as a loss does, but it doesn't really help our case that much. So we need a lot of help from some other teams in order to make it now.
Yeah. A couple things I want to ask you about. What do you think like the comms were kind of going on there at the final round where whoever the pulse was, I'll be able to pull
That's
it up
me.
real quick. Oh, that was you.
Yeah.
When you got that C4 kill, do you want to know? Give us like what the comms were going on in that situation.
It was more of, my teammates calling out somebody's here, and then they die, and then I just all out of nowhere Ying dropped, and I just killed her. I was gonna look up in that hatch, but she just dropped. So I was like, oh crap. And then when everybody else started dying, I kind of, like, in my mind, I just wanted everybody to just shut up and let me play, because I knew that was like do or die moment, and I knew I had to pull the trigger on that C4 as quick as ever, because I'm usually a very patient person with pulse, but I was like, once I find the person that's standing still, I gotta pull the trigger on that, because I had to reload too, so I didn't even realize that it was only 1 second left after I did that, because I was thinking that they were gonna just pick up the diffuser and plant again, but seeing that I got 2 people with it really helped.
What was behind the decision, I believe starting in round 3, to send the Montaigne and the Nomad after the roamers?
Because our shield main, we were just kind of, just trying some other things. Like, he just wasn't going to be a shield player for like most of that game. We was going to see if it worked out, but it wasn't really working. So he went back to his roots, I guess you'd call it. And each person on our team, like, we have a set groups, and each person has like a dynamic or relationship with each other, and we just let those two run at it. drone for each other. Well, Monty doesn't drone, but one drone for the other and the other one killed, and watch flanks.
I mean,
stuff like that.
Monty is a drone.
Well, yeah,
He's a
but our
human
Monty
drone.
is a fragger.
He's
like
he's
got
a
the
he's a
same
chunky
Monty.
drone. Built different, if you will.
Yeah, and he's got ears like never before. So he hears a lot of things, and he has amazing gun skill with a pistol. Like as a Monty, he's a force to be reckoned with. So
Yeah. One final thing. You guys that Legion, great playing from Mavitz, playing inside of that the bedroom area. Do you want to give
Yeah.
us like an idea of like what his goal in mind was to try and do, and like what you guys were like trying to do to help him?
as far as helping him, we kind of were just at first we were just letting him do his own thing, but it wasn't really working out too well. He was wasting some time, but still getting pinched by multiple angles. So then we had our castle from construction help him out a little bit. His main goal was to he's our roamer and he also really good gun skill. So I mean, waste time, kill as many people as you can, injure as many people as you can, get them low HP, do all of that, and then when they finally push site, hopefully they're low enough where my team can just get the kills with not that many issues.
Yeah. Great playing from Mavitz. He had a couple clutch wall bangs, a lot of clutch kills. Coming out from him. You can have your 30 seconds now, Madrid, to shout out anyone you would like.
Shout out to my team for just sticking by it, staying with it. Shout out DBX. They know they're the homies. Scrimmed them a couple times, so we already had a relationship there. Shout out Collective. Shout out you guys. Shout out Gang. Shout out Prez. Next week we play Noxious, and we're still trying to make a final playoff push. So just whoever's watching, keep supporting us. We really appreciate it.